Good morning, Denise here at Junk Journal Junkie UK. Just going to do a quick video on some journal cards with Flower Fairy embellishments. I've picked my Flower Fairy fussy cuts out, so all I need to do now is collage the back of the card and stick them on. It's a nice simple one. I'm hoping to just do 3 as a maximum, maybe only 2 colours on the background, because the pictures, the embellishments are so pretty themselves. I don't want them to get lost, and they could easily get lost and clash in a not very nice way. So I've laid them out where I want them. It's just a matter of putting some backgrounds on. Let's just do one at a time. I think this is Lavender Flower Fairy, and I've only got a few. I'll show you what I've got. I only pulled out a very few that I thought muted-ish colours that would go into the background with them of papers. And I have brought along just a small handful of bits, nothing much, because they're not going to need an awful lot. 2 or 3 snippets of lace, a little bit of doily that was kicking about, a couple of labels, plain ones, and I did pull out 4 definitions that I might put on. Beautiful, delight, joy and contentment, which I think went with the Flower Fairy theme. Certainly go with the pictures. Okay, so we're going to start with this one. Oh, excuse me, I need my ink. So I'm using Vintage Photo distress ink. Right, what we're going to do, she definitely wants a bit of book page behind her. Oops. What colour do we think? Purple. That would complement her, but will she get lost in it? Let's take her off. Put you where you can see, will be helpful. Right, what does she look like on book paper? Yep, doesn't need another. It's going to be too much. Yeah, let's not overthink it. Remember, it's only collage. So that was a good start. Let's hope the other 3 go as quickly. To be fair, it shouldn't be too difficult a task, because the embellishments, the Flower Fairies, are going to do all the work on here. It's just a little bit of background to make them stand out. So I'll stick it on and then cut round the tag from the back, the journal card from the back. Right, I think I might glue stick this one. Get a glue hook ready. So I certainly have been getting through my scraps. I finished a few more off yesterday with some like Franken paper. I'll show you in a minute. It's just scraps stuck on a bit of paper, a plain piece of, I think I stuck them on paper, and then sewed them to make a big, nearly an A4 I think it is, piece of paper out of scraps. A bit croaky this morning, it's a bit early. It's 7 in the morning here in Lincolnshire. So I'm happily cutting up a Flower Fairy book now, because I managed to get another one exactly the same. Let's move over. On eBay, and it's going to be here tomorrow. So I'm not too worried about using it up now. I'm cutting it because I'll have one hole. Sad though that is. So this little project will get rid of a few more scraps. I'm going to be nice and empty in the scrapbooks department, ready for my next 2 or 3 journals which I'm about to fill. Oops. Yeah, that's fine, so I'll cut round it and it just dries a little bit. Ignore what's on the back. I am reusing a piece of card that I've had forever, so more scrap busting or stash busting. And obviously I'll put something on the back of the journal. Oh, stuck to me, get off. Okay, let's stick these down. I must have missed the edge there. Oh no, it's stuck. Shall we ink her? I think we should a little bit. I don't know if it'll make any difference, but we don't want any little white bits stuck out where I've cut her. Yeah. So what do we think about one of these? Delight, Joy. Joy seems a good one. She looks like she's put it on a piece of something. Let's try her in a few places, see what we think. Quite like that over the edge there. Or do we want something more plain? Perhaps a label. Not sure. That goes into the background too much. So what do we think, up there or down here? I think I'll put it down there, and then if I decide to put a tag on the card somewhere, I can choose either the side or the top. So am I putting her on lace? Keep saying her. Not really doing it for me. Piece of doily. No. I think I'm going to go with it just on its own. I like the nice dark bold outline of it against all the fussiness of the fairy herself. Yep, okay. I'm going to stick her down with a bit of Fabri-Tac because she is out of a book, so she's quite shiny on the back. Make sure she stays once we put her down. Just try not to spread it about. I haven't got shiny bits on the tag. And of course I will be sewing round it as well, which always finishes it off a bit more. I might add a piece of lace tab when I sew it, so it's sewn in rather than glued on. Oops. Yeah, I definitely think it wants a lace tab up there. But I like idea of sewing it on. A bit less glue. I'll bring that in a bit so that the stitching doesn't cover it up when I stitch around. Where was that bit of lace? Yeah. I might even leave that piece of lace with it so I remember to. That's the shape I want. Okay, we'll bring her back in a minute and have a look. This one's nearest, so we'll go with this one next. And I can already see some. Oops. Paper that might go. Let's stop talking then for a minute. We've got yellow and green. No, needs a bit of a pop, I think. Something to make it brighten it up a bit with a different colour. Not too much. Ah, that's just a little pop in the corner now. Yeah, again, don't think too much about it. So we didn't need all that, did we? Or all that. Have I done too much now? Nearly. Yeah, we're okay. Okay, prick stick again for this one. I can feel the heat rising again already this early in the morning. We're enjoying our little mini heat wave here in the UK. Not quite gone to the end there, but it will be trimmed, so I'm not worried about that. Oops, I need to change my glue page, everything's sticking. So bear with me a second. It's better. I think this needs a bit of around its edges. Age it a little bit. So I don't over ink a lot of the pieces with the Flower Fairies on. I don't think they need it. Got a piece missing at the bottom there, look. But we'll embellish it with something, so that'll be fine, rather than adding another piece in. Okay, so the text's on the side there, that's absolutely fine. Gives it a little bit more interest. Take your eye in a different direction. Yeah, we'll probably have a label or something down there. Yep. So we'll go with the Fabri-Tac. Which is quite smelly in this heat. Whew. I certainly know I've been gluing. I've got all the windows closed in case anybody is out and about shouting and it doesn't go on camera, so as soon as I've done I'll be opening them and having some fresh air. Oh, I've just spotted that, that's pretty. go for another one of these. Delight, contentment. So she's stitching on a button. She looks contented, doesn't she? And I certainly like this piece of lace. Do we want anything else? I just put her on her own. I haven't cut anything else out from the Flower Fairies to because it's such a big piece. I didn't trim it down, did I? A bit close to you, sorry. Face full of card. And they will be trimmed again with my, yeah, that's not very level at all. But I'll trim it with the guillotine so it's properly square when I'm done. I think I might go with that again with nothing around it because it will have some zigzag stitching. Do you want to make that one as a tag as well? I just feel like it needs something across the middle. But what? Or do we need this? No. I didn't pull too many things out because I didn't want to over complicate it, but I'm wondering if it needs something a bit more. So I've just got a box that I throw all my bits and pieces in on my desk when I've finished with things. I'll just have a little dig through. Nice flower tab there that might go on it. It's a nice vellum flower there as well. No, not finding anything in there. There's a banner. That doesn't go. That's the wrong colour. I definitely like that piece of lace. I wonder if some bling might do it. I instantly prefer the black. I like that little bit going over the edge. Maybe some of this on here. Three or four? Four. Wow, it's sticking to me. I need to get a wet one out to dry my fingers or clean them. It's not going to dry them, is it? It's wet. Silly. Still sticking to me. Right, let me stick this down. That's going to make life easier, I think, because it's definitely going there. Oh, that's the wet one. That wasn't very clever. Smudged it. Let's put that on some lace then. Cover up the smudge. So windows and doors closed, you probably heard that car. I expect that's somebody going to work, but it was very loud. Right, so we're going with lace overkill with this one. Let's put this down as well. That might stop sticking to me. Right, to get the dry one this time. What do I think about this tab over the page? It would have to be a tops card then, but yeah, let's do it. As always, I think the stitching will make a huge difference. And a bit of inking, but I think I'll wait till all the lace is dried before I ink it. Maybe some rounded corners. Okay, let's move on a little bit. This one should be easier because we've got the two pieces counterbalancing each other. Okay, so what colours are we going to go for? I'm liking the book page behind them, definitely. So we definitely want a big piece of that. That's pretty. Take those off a minute. I'll definitely go with a piece of that. A piece of that. So we'll go quicker with the collaging, I think. And a third piece. It's going to have a bird up there, isn't it? A little bit more of that behind it. Yeah, let's just go for it. Okay. We're doing this one, we're not messing about. There we go. Let's ink it though. Just a little bit. Sticky page. It's my wedding anniversary today, or our wedding anniversary today, so I think we're going to try and go out for a meal this evening, which will be nice. It'll be the first time we've been out, well, since pre-lockdown, like a lot of people, I guess. Oh, should have put that behind, shouldn't I? And why is it too small now? Yeah, I'm going to cut the prettiness off it to tear it. Oops. And we're a bit short at the bottom. What shall we put on there? Tiny piece of that. That looks like it might be. I don't think it is from the same page, but it's very similar colours. This is what happens when I rush. Oh. No, that's not true really, because I do that when I'm not rushing. If truth be told. I'd love to know what you guys are working on at the moment. Either attach a picture to this video or message me down below and let me know. Oops, I nearly used that wet one again then. That's it. Flower Fairy with Fabri-Tac. If you've got any really good ideas that you do with your scraps, because I know I haven't done anything new yet. I haven't come up with anything new. That's difficult in the junk journaling world, but if there's anything you do with your scraps that uses them up, I'd love to know. I'd love to have a go. I cannot cut straight to save my life. That doesn't resemble a equal rectangle at all now. Rid of these bits sticking me up. Right, good job that was Fabri-Tac on there. Oh, got a little blackbird this morning at my window. A cat last time, wasn't it? I wonder who's going to visit me tomorrow. Pretty little bird, isn't it? Okay, so let's not take so long with this. So we'll keep them all the same and go with one of these definitions. These are from Shabby Dabby Doodah, and I think, yeah, it's a free set. Delight or endearment. I think we'll go with the smaller one, endearment. And do we think that's all we need? A bit of lace behind it. Not lace, fabric. Slightly different. Yep. Look. That's it. The Fabri-Tac will hold it down when I put it on this. Oops. Put plenty on so it goes through that fabric and adheres it. Yep, and again I think that's not big enough, but I'll sew a little lace tab on there as well when I stitch it. Okay, so it's taking longer than I thought, as usual, but we're on the last one. So let's see how quick we can. Should we get rid of this really big piece of whatever it is lying about. Yep, let's just glue them down. I'm trying to keep the videos to about 20 minutes. I think I might have failed today. Oops. How did I manage to do that? I think the glue's drying before I even get to move it about. Gosh. Still got a white bit, never mind. It will be stitched and trimmed. Maybe my glue stick's getting a bit dried up with having the lid off all the time. So I'm not going to audition the fairy this time, I'm just going to do the background and then see what we've got. I might put 4 pieces of background paper on this one to just break it up a bit, we'll see. Oh, not going to fit. That's quite an interesting shape, isn't it? Let's put it on. Oh, it's kind of taken over. And what small piece of text up there, just to give it a bit of relief from all the colour. And trim it round this time. think my scissors are bowed in the middle. It's my own explanation for the way I cut. What do I do with that? Must be a bit of cloth. Oh, quite like that. Right, what's she going to look like on it? Yeah. And then all we've got left is Delight, but I'm not sure I want one of those on it this time. No. What about a label behind her? Yeah, I think I like that. I might find a little word to put on that label rather than that great big one. Although we could cut the frame off it. Right, you're not very straight. Going to be stitched though. So if I leave it away from the edge, the stitching will just catch it. Yep. And where's the cloth? We've really lost it. I found it. Oh, and I didn't ink it. Drat. Never mind. Oh dear. I thought I'd tear that apart then. It's only attached together by a thread, that leaf. That's it. Oops. Go down. Yep. I'm just going to take the frame off this and see if it sits nicer on that label with it just being black. Oops, straight would be good. Yeah, I think I quite like that in there. Better without the frame. Okay. I think we've done it. More like half an hour than 20 minutes, but we're done. Let's just try and clear the depths a bit and bring them in. Yep, so they are quite, they're not muted. They're quite colourful and bright. But that's what I like about the Flower Fairies, to be honest. There's so much detail in them, so much to look at. Okay, lovely. Hope you enjoyed that. Thanks very much for joining me this morning. Hope to see you again next time. Remember to give it a thumbs up. Thank you. Bye-bye.